Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BrightOps, and welcome back to Rogue Trader. Well, last time, we started the prologue with our Navy captain.
We must act.
Let's see. How do we level up? Is the character. Okay. So we've leveled up. How do we do that? Archetypes, here we go. Click to view archetype details. So, keystone features... Choose skill. Can I pick anything else? No. Persuasion, commerce, cohesion, lore imperium, demolition. Let's see, carouse, cohesion... It's recommending commerce or persuasion. Let's see. I'm tempted to go with just boosting some of the other stuff, but yeah, we can go carouse, I think. Carouse, so rank 2, new ranks available, rank 2. Reputation, we don't really know these factions yet. Biography, we haven't gone far into here. Oh, available. Yes, I want to... Yep, this is what I want. How do I select? Oh, apply. I'm an idiot. So you are a warrior. Your available skills, carouse, athletics, coercion, demolition, and Medicae. I think we'll give you... It will give you some athletics, I think. And apply. Because athletics is always fun. Alright.
I'm always ready. I'll lay claim to the stars.
Zone map. Here is the map of your void ship. It consists of several parts between which you can travel. Some parts are not yet available, but over time your character will be able to access them. Left click on an active part of the void ship to move there. So warrant chamber, we need to go to the navigator's sanctum.
The navigator's sanctum is directly along the passageway. I pray to the God Emperor that we are not too late. Look no further.
We must act. Victory awaits.
Okay. Both of us together, let's go.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
The woman before you whips around and gazes straight at you, her eyes glowing with otherworldly light.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Okay. See, Arblad gumbles to himself as he dusts himself off and grabs his weapon again.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
Hopload looks up and down. Dira.
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
Okay, so we've lost our primary tech engine seer. Shit.
What? You don't mean the Engine Seer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
You hear a few clicks from the relays on the servo skull, which has followed you all the way here, and Theodora's scrambled words give way to a voice vaguely familiar to you. Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch your counterattack.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
That's the diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Fon Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
How do you know who I am?
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
The seer's words bring back a wave of memories of the bitter, humiliating moments of your greatest shame. Something sour rushes to your tongue, and your head is clouded with the sickening sense of your own worthlessness. You must see if the navigator is well.
No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Let's see, she freezes, then she claps her cheeks, rubs her face, and looks at you. The supernatural glow is gone from her eyes, and a smirk spreads across her lips. Okay. She has joined the party, which now consists of several characters. Select one, left-click on their portrait. To select multiple, left hold and drag to do. To select an entire party and issue commands to all your characters once, press backspace. Let's see. Okay, so that way doesn't really go anywhere, so we're going through the door. Piece of pipe left in a noticeable dent on the floor. Heretic Psyker.
Beware the ire of the witch.
Let's see. You can be back there. You can be forward, and you can be a bit forward as well. Actually, hold on, just... yeah. Okay, note to self, these guys can hurt like an absolute motherfucker.
I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
Okay, we don't quite have it in us to do next, but you can use the hologram to gauge the effectiveness of your intended actions in combat before taking them. Left-click on any accessible cell of the battlefield to place your character's hologram there. Select an ability or a single shot attack to see the expected outcome. The action will be displayed as if used from the hologram's location to let you assess whether you have picked an effective position for the action you plan to take. The hologram also lets you see if the enemy will be within your line of sight after you move to the selected cell. Left-click to confirm your choice and execute the selected action. Click right-click away from the battlefield or press the X button to cancel it.
Nothing of value has been lost.
Oh, I only needed one. Wonderful.
Already done.
Yep. You're gonna get voice of command. Not sure if it's gonna be useful for you, but you're gonna get it anyway. Let's see, she is a psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents and identify their weaknesses, and her psyker abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Analyze enemies is an operative ability, which applies the exploit effect to all enemies within the operative's line of sight at the start of each of the operative's turns. The operative can then use this ability against a specific enemy to inflict several stacks of this effect. The higher the operative's intelligence bonus is, the more exploit stacks will be inflicted. Whenever the operative hits a target with an exploit applied to them, the attack deals additional damage. The amount of extra damage depends on the target's number of exploited stacks and the operative's perception. Exposed weakness is an ability which they can use against a single enemy who is under the exploit effect. The ability reduces the enemy's dodge, parry, and armor. The amount of reduction depends on the number of active exploits on the enemy and the operative's perception. She is armed with a special staff that allows the Psyker to unleash psychic powers against enemies. In the future, you will encounter staves that only a Psyker versed in a certain discipline can use. For example, you might find a staff that's a Psyker use Inferno, but to do so they must first have the Pyromancy psychic discipline learned. Forewarning, Psychic Shriek, Analyze enemy. Don't think I can get them, but from there we can kill him.
There is movement in the Imperium.
Indeed. His brain just turned to mush. Misfortune, what does this do? This creature suffers the penalty to dodge. Okay, I can't cleave both of them, but I can do this.
Tested tactics are the best one.
Don't need to dodge, you just suck.
Not a problem for me.
Oh, so you can friendly... Good to know.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as if exits through two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead. I believe Master Vizadasis still lives. Alad flinches at the sight of the stretched skin and the dark marks on the face of the creature. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive. See, address Aditria. What is wrong with him? Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one. The navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the third eye and down his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It is unclear how the navigator is able to reduce human speech. You are in need of help. We have to get you out of that chair. Suddenly, Navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back into the seat, then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild imperpetus. The mutant remains seated but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortal, and behold the final dawn. Adria shrieks in terror. It came from beyond. His body is not his. Oda's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption. Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each a portent of salvation within me. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fits stop abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eye has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is purplish swell around the eye. Run! Flee from this place while you still have the strength. The words come out of the Vox as a laboured rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp, but it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. That's it. I cannot see his agony any longer. I want to help you. Tell me how. The navigator takes a rugged breath. Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the transition. So run. Run! Who torments you? The Edge. The Navigator starts thrashing about once more, his gill mouths bursting with crazed laughter. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, the shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods. Each word rings within through your head like a tolling of a bell, as if countless voices have joined in, screaming into your ears. For a moment you lose your bearings. This unholy chorus must be trying to confound you with sounds not meant for this world. What is that supposed to mean? A rite, a sacrifice offered. Oh, my heart tells me that Conrad was not deterred by his defeats in the warrant chamber. What, Conrad betrayed Lady Theodore? Adira scratches her head. But how is that how? He was as loyal as a dog, and I didn't hear a thing, I swear. The Navigator, or rather the thing that is so determined to seize his body, erupts into mocking laughter. The footfalls of the bringer of twilight are veiled by the will of his masters. Tear out your eyes, she who is to become the champion's servant, for you need them no longer. The Navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now? The Satchel gazed at the figure in the chair. The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the master helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Elthred and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms at the service score relayed to us earlier. Adira reaches her hand out towards the Navigator, but pulls it back at the last moment. Vespides, good luck, and thank you. The Navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is billowing out static into space with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. The Navigator appears dead, only the slight movement of his chest and the twitching of his eyelids let you know that he's still clinging to life. Let's see, scrappy autoguns, axes, and psychic staff. So about the same as the one, actually crappier than the one we've got. Scrappy autogun. Well, our stubber fold is better than it, so we'll just take it for now. See anything else we need to be aware of? Nope, let's get the freak out of here.
It's about time.
To the officer's deck. Well, that's one hell of a way to showcase the warp. Or at least the denizens of it.
Ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these men!
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
The Sandshawl's voice seems to bring the warrior out of her battle trance.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you?
The young woman called Argenta lowers her weapon and scans your small party with an intense gaze. Then she sets her sight on you. Blyrops von Van Cleese, the captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends who are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Argenta gives you another stern appraisal. You catch something strange in the dark depths of her eyes, some internal struggle or a wordless question. In the end, however, she nods.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation. So I suggest we all do just that.
Essential is right, there is no time for talk. I am no traitor, sister, you can be sure of that.
Very well. We may leave it at that. For now.
Argenta raises her chin proudly.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic!
See, Lore Imperium, succeeded. What is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader's ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Let's see, who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What happened on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Yep, we must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
The door is closed, but the lock looks intact. It can probably be opened with the right tool. Let's see. Chicago, low catastrophe fuel tanks, fat kegs, void. Well-maintained stub rifle. Stub revolver, sorry. Yes, I think we will be... Let's see, in your case, can we... Yeah, we'll collect all. Fuel and provisions. New, more efficient weapon to do. Go to inventory. Okay, so stub revolver, well maintained. Stub revolver. Can I dual wield? What? Yes, I can. In fact, dual wield weaponry. You know what? Why not? Let's...
Doubt is for the weak.
The explosion blasted a hole through the door. Last enough for a person to get through. Let's see. Component, range weapon, mischievous. Range weaponry. Storing loot is not available enough for a mighty rogue trader. Drag Pete mischievous. Okay, so basically just stuff we can sell. Door will not be moved, not an inch.
They say a little bit of humility never hurts anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
Okay. Heretics.
The whispers are getting louder.
Show them no mercy.
Okay, you can be there. She will put you there. Up front. And up front. See, assailant, cutthroat, assailant. Might as well get rid of the people who can scream.
But of course.
Okay.
My place is at the fore.
Uh-oh. That was not what was meant to happen. Oh well. And Genta is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas and a soldier. She's an expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. Another of Genta's strengths is her mobility in combat. Run and gun is a unique soldier ability. Using it grants the soldier extra movement points and reduces the cost of their next attack by -1 act point. The soldier will also suffer a 10% penalty to their ballistic seal for this attack. Run and gun also allows the soldier to perform an additional attack with a ranged weapon, which is a handy tool if you want to make more than one attack with them on their turn. Revelant Slaughter is a soldier ability which can be used once for each 3 enemies the soldier kills in a single battle. Each activation of this ability increases the soldier's ballistic skill, crit chance, and critical damage. This effect stacks and lasts till the end of combat. Let's see, certain types of weapons lets you make burst attacks. Unlike single shots, burst fire requires you to use a direction rather than a specific target. Burst attacks in particular are effective against clusters of enemies. When performing a burst attack, the character fires several successive shots in different directions. Most of those shots are concentrated in the center of the selected area cone. Therefore, the more enemies there are in the center of this area, the more of them will be damaged if the attack is successful. All shots fired after the first one is less accurate and have a higher chance of deviating from the central trajectory. Be careful, blast fire shots can hit allies if they are standing in the direction of the attack.
Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated.
Your character just landed a crit hit that deals increased damage equals to their do. Got it. In fairness, I was hoping I would have gotten him too, but
I'll do it.
oh well.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Oh, fucker dodged.
Brace yourself, Avalon.
Wait, was Evelod hit or full impact gives your opponent your opportunity to avoid enemy attacks. Full cover indicates the skull the shield reduces the chance of being hit by 60%. Partial reduces by 35. At the same time, the chance to hit a character behind it, cover made depending on the do. Some cover can be destroyed by melee attacks, area attacks, and other abilities. Destructible cover... Okay.
Suits my purposes. You didn't stand a chance! All too easy.
Okay, it seems I can't...
Ears are ringing.
Okay, it seems I cannot...
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Oh, shit. Terribly sorry, good sir. See, medic kit, yep.
Anything else?
Okay.
Oh, field medicine at its finest.
Yeah, that was probably for the best.
I'm not interested. It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Yep, you can bloody die.
At your beck and call.
Brace for impact.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Wonderful.
Just a minor setback.
Nothing I can't do.
Apparently you can't fucking
my
hit the guy.
purpose.
So that kind of...
It's nothing!
Okay. Gonna do the screech because ice crystals appear in the air. Ah, right. Because we have the fun little thing of because we are a psyker, we can have perils of the warp. But ice crystals appear in the air is kind of a minor thing, isn't it? Like, I don't think anything particularly bad's happened. Well, not to us.
It will be done.
Not saying a goddamn thing about them.
As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Well, we tried.
Nothing I can't do.
What happened to you? Can I be oh, just overexerted. Okay.
I'm not so sure. That is not my destiny.
Oops, I forgot. Ah. Bugger.
One fewer target.
Rejoice in battle!
And you can die.
Each strike is a prayer.
Everyone selected? Good. Let's see, scrappy auto guns, swords. Yeah, well. An exact replica of the Von Van Cleef's void ship sits on the pedestal. Labels indicate the main compartment and decks of the vessel. Titles and authors are printed in gold on the spines of the books. The library contains works on Imperium theology, law codexes, biographical sketches, and chronicles of greatest military conflicts of the Cronus Expanse in the Calixis sector.
Hey, what's that?
Let's see. Machine rights set, a set of sacred oils and that appear to appease the keeper of any technology, provides an additional opportunity to call out a machine spirit and interact with a device, an expendable item, and the multi-key. Okay. Goods. Let's see. Possess demon engine heart. Heretics trophies. Heretic trophies cargo. Let's see, machine spirit vault. Let's see. Burn Charlie wheels. Set to do. Let's see. Anything. Open door logic. To open a jam door, click the icon. The to-do with the highest tech use will make the skill check. Just seeing if there's any. Oh. Apparently we can also loot them. Just some more guns. Some more goods. Let's see, electrified shard net. Engraved flasks. Grox. Tech use 75%. Let's see. The cozy seating area is completely destroyed. Pieces of furniture and splinters are scattered everywhere, and dark stains cover the floor and upholstery. Open door logic.
Done.
The character is about to make a tech use skill. In dialogue and during exploration, will often make various skill tests, and their result might determine how successful your character's efforts are, making hidden dialogue options appear or reveal new information. The success of the test is determined by rolling a D100 dice. The test difficulty is up to 100, including negative values. If to succeed, you must roll a value less than the sum of both the stated difficulty and the value of the skill used for the test. For example, you are attempting a test with difficulty of -10. Your character's tech use skill is 40. Tech 40 minus 10 is 30. Therefore, to succeed in the tech use, you must roll a 30 or less. Any result above 30 will mean failure. Note that difficulty is calculated from greater to lower values. The greater the difficulty value, the easier it is to pass the test. It is easier to succeed on a test 40 test than on a difficulty 10 test. The higher the character's skill score, the easier it is for them to succeed on tests. The skill scores depend on the character's respective characteristics. So let's see. Xenos, Holy Gifts, Mechanicus. Alter Charge, and Operator Gloves. Operator gets a +10 to tech use. The Cogitator is silent. It seems that its machine spirit is no longer being powered by the motive force. Well, let's see if we can open the door.
I rise to the occasion.
Restore the power supply.
I did fine.
Open the door. Makes sense. This guy is an Imperial captain. He knows how to bloody do things.
Tolerate weakness.
He knows how to actually open shit.
I rise to the
Or at least he
occasion.
knows how to operate stuff. Shotgun. Okay. Here's... Hang on, first things first. Operate gloves. Yeah, we can improve our tech use. Shotgun. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Happy with this setup. Shotgun with a option of going for... Yeah, the option of embracing...
I better myself through my service.
Admittedly, I don't think we needed to do that, but eh. Let's see, upgrades. Let's see, to do. So, yeah, I think this is the new one. Bring it down. So it seems... Yeah, bring it down. The officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn with 2 action points and no movement points. If the ally is under the effects of voice of command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn, the ally gains a one-time additional officer's fellowship bonus of 2 momentum. Okay, so apparently we are good there? Endure until the warrior's next... Oh. Okay, now I get you. Bring it down. Summary. Apply. Operative. Keystone. Expose weakness. Removes all exploits on the target to decrease the do. Yep. And you. Revel and Slaughter.
A new challenge for me.
Okay. So heretic cutthroat down there. There doesn't appear to be anything in that direction. At least
I'll
that
lay claim to the stars.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
the branch isn't even that Kog'Air's turn from its prop. Oh. Actually, it might be worth just walking this direction just to see if
Victory
anything pops up.
awaits.
Yeah. Fallen Say has blocked this path to the left, so you will need to look up another way to reach him.
I did fine.
Oh, a helmet. Well, guess who's getting a helmet? I mean, not that I don't like the hats, but... Well, needs must, and the needs is not being shot. Or at least not having your head blown off.
None shall stand in my way.
The roar of flames ring in your ears, and the choking smokes makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sounds of footsteps. And then you see the figure water the flame towards you. It is Theodora von Van Cleese. Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose whole body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in an inviting gesture. Are you lost, my heir? Agatha goes as still as a statue and slowly raises her weapon. An apparition, a sorceress apparition, trickery of the warp. Sister, you will lower your weapon. Despite his commanding tone, Ablad's does not sound too confident. He is staring at the road trader, and you notice the muscle in his cheek twitching. Threatening the Lord Commander is outrageous. Aren't you in pain? Pain is but a reflection of one's weakness, Brightops. To renounce weakness and spirit in pursuit of greatness is the only path of heights worthy of a road trader. Theodora watches you without blinking. Her snake-like gaze almost makes you forget about the fire searing you, leaving burns on your skin. I can lead you out of these flames, Brightops, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks of is like music to your ears. This entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can mean nothing other than acceptance. Do not listen to this abomination, Brightops. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are a result in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faith will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul. To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace. The people. Abelard looks back at the coughing, confused people around you. Brightops, the survivors from the middle decks. We must help the crew, lead them out, find a way around. Over the roaring flames, you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams, muffled in his sword, as if there were a body of water between you and them. Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Ed. Idra breaks off and starts coughing violently. Her knees buckle and she looks like she is about to fall. Brightops, what are we waiting for you? Sometimes a character will have to make tough choices based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions. This can develop in 3 directions: dogmatic, ironclad, heretical. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealous the character follows their convictions, and the more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotion through the ranks of each of these 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines, events, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others towards your character. Also, some items can only be equipped by characters with certain convictions. When one of the convictions branches towards rank 3, for Trey, it becomes the character's main focus. When that happens, the other 2 conviction branches cannot be raised above rank 2, adherent. Your character's allies have the convictions of their own as well. Walk to the fire, heretical, accept the offer of help. And ironclad, get the people off the bridge. Oh, not leave my people in harm's way. You look away, and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voice of your people beyond the shroud of smoke grows stronger and hopeful once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire. Back, fall back, we will go around.
Follow my lead.
Where did it go? Thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
Crush the platform.
Duty prevails.
Dangerous thing to do, but we did it.
Too late. We are too late! Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
Make the meeting with the heir. Reach the secret lift. Okay, first things first, we'll quickly grab some of the goods. Some more fuel. Some more stuff. Because we are a rogue trader, part of that is literally, you know, getting cargo and selling things. Is there anything this way? Nope. I know where we are. We are literally... Generate some softly. When you draw close, your skin begins to tingle with static discharge.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh, we can't go that way.
Over there!
Okay, more stuff.
It's about time.
This clearly does not serve as a stateroom. The generators, machines, and crude wall elements indicate that it is a maintenance module room rather than an area for receiving guests. Makes sense. Profane blades. Bayonets. Doop. See. Oh, Lex Mechanics goggles.
A new challenge for me?
Actually, let's see, goggles. What do you... Ah, that would be the helmet. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that adds up. Lord Captain's quarters. Let's roll. See, find Theodora.
Victory awaits!
Okay, so... guessing that's a bath. I am seeing warp bullshit.
I'll lay claim
This
to
is-
the stars.
This is not good. This is very much not a good sign. The parlor organ seems to have been sitting idle for many years. Bizarre fragment held in the trophy board. A light, smooth surface of the orb is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes. Dogmatic can't be equipped by this character. Dogmatic follower. Helmet of the Devoted Protector. Requires Dogmatic follower. This helmet grants wearer immunity to enemy critical hits for the first 3 rounds of combat. Well, guess who's getting this one? Got it. See, Theodora's Rosary. The bearer of this gets bonus to commerce and Lore Imperium. Yep, we'll be taking that. Rotator's Cloak grants 5 fellowship to for each enemy in a radius of 2 cells. Hang on. Equip. Equip. Oh, apparently it's not red. The murder scene looks like some... Let's see. Body is sprawled on the large blood-drenched desk. The arch-militant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
The sister rebels to face the scene, her gaze lingering the arch-militant's body.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
I doubted Voidsphere wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora, not a swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
I can't help but notice that there's still like ice and stuff forming on things. I'm not sure if that's just because of her being a psyker and just doing things, or if there's just some psychic bullshit happening in this room. Start with Theodora. You lean close to the body. The cause of death is apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was an auto pistol shot, with an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye, a heap of blood-splattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean closer down for a closer look, you notice something else, small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Extract the shards on the desk. It's difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and what it was, as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they've been submerged in promethium. What do these tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure.
Tainted witchcraft.
You cannot tell if her remark is directed at the glass shards or Adria herself. Let's see. Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls and you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC, and a seal with a symbol that vaguely familiar to you. We'll probably check it in a second. Imperial Lords succeeded, and sent a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter addressed Theodora, signed it with the seal of one of the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity. Would you try touching Theodora? You might see the killer through her eyes.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
Completely fair. Examine the Archmilitant's body. An auto-shot pistol went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around it with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he.
Yes, the
Get this gun
crucible
away.
of battle calls to me once more.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
So no one had time to react to what was happening. So it seems like there was some sort of warpcraft in play during her death. Which makes a degree of sense if Conrad was apparently there.
The Emperor is with us.
See you forward. You can be there. In fairness, we'll move you up, move you there, because let's be honest, you're in fucking armor. Armor checks the character from incoming damage. Light and medium armors are both available to you at the moment. The armor stat indicates that what percentage of incoming damage from an enemy attack it can absorb. The type of armor also influences the chance of the character wearing it will pass a dodge test. The higher the dodge penalty, the lower the chance to dodge an enemy attack. A character in light armor dodges attacks more often, but it takes more damage when hit. Medium armor absorbs more damage if the character is hit, but reduces their mobility and ability to dodge attacks. Some talents the character use different types of armor more efficiently.
A tactically sound approach. Reduced to dust. Victory is imminent.
Yeah, we'll give you some endure. And brace for impact.
Suits my purposes.
Well, we just blew that bastard apart.
All too easy.
I see that bring it down requires... You'll encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to the enemy's portrait indicates they are under the influence of some kind of effect. Right-click on the enemies to see more details. Heavily damaged. The servitor is heavily damaged. Its damage, hit chance, and wounds are greatly reduced. Okay.
I'll do it.
Oh. Oops, I thought we'd moved. Never mind. Yeah, that'll do. Perfect.
On it.
Ah, you're using a melter. Makes sense.
Follow my lead.
Well, you are a tanky bastard, aren't you?
It will be done. I will do my duty.
Let's see how they respond to this.
Alright. Take another crack. Well, we're slowly hammering our way through.
Doubt is for the weak.
But of course.
Okay. Yep. That is definitely...
Not the Scryer's job.
Penalize enemy.
Was that you? Or anything else?
One fewer target.
And he's dead. Attacks with melee attacks block adjacent enemies' abilities to perform attacks with ranged weapons. Pistols and shotguns are an exception to this rule. Those can be fired at point blank range. Okay, what have we got? Grace of the Oblivious. The wearer gains toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Okay, so las pistol. Las pistols and swords. Actually, a good question. What's our intelligence? We are a bit too smart. Though you're not, so... Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. You've gained a bit of... Okay, so finest hour. The officer grants an ally an extra turn with full action and movement points. During the extra turn, there is no attack limit. Okay, and choose a thing. Commanding voice. The range of the officer's ability is increased by +5. The range of voice of command is increased by 6. Officer's resolve is increased by +3. Where's our resolve, actually? I'm not sure what our resolve is. Blood of Martyrs. Whenever an ally uses a heroic action, the ally gains temporary wounds equal to the resolve. Focus. Whenever an officer uses an ability on an ally, and it gains a bonus on their perception and that ally gains a bonus on their perception and ballistic skill equal to 4. Those bonuses stack, but half of those stacks rounded up are lost at the end of the target's turn. See, whenever an officer targets an ally with an ability for the first time in a round, that ally gains 3 temporary wounds. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an action, an ability, or an attack, that ally's resolve is increased by +1 to the end of the officer's next turn. There's a let's see, last impression, heroism, leader's assault. Lead by example. They gain the stand witness effect. Stand witness. The next officer archetype ability that does not grant an extra turn will also affect the officer. Let's see, we'll go with... We'll pick up commanding voice because... Seems like a good idea. Let's see, let's have a look-see. Let's see, Daring Breach. The warrior immediately restores all HP and movement points, gains agility bonus movement points until the end of the turn. They don't lose movement after performing attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee attacks this turn. Okay, Contempt. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee attack against that enemy deals an additional 5 damage. Does not stack, but it can be reactivated after another hit made by either the same enemy or a different one. Enrage. Which is basically just you lose wounds, you gain a higher crit chance. Whenever the warrior is attacked, they gain 1 stack of Epicenter of Slaughter until the end of the turn. At the start of their turn, the warrior gains 1 temporary hit wound for each stack. These wounds can exceed 5. Deals an additional 3 damage to enemies that have no allies in adjacent cells. The warrior gains 1 damage deflection. The parry chance is increased by 25% of the warrior's total armor. Yeah, we'll give you thick skin. See, honestly, it suits him a bit. I see, you're a bit of an... You are an unsanctioned psycho. I could mention that somewhere. Where was it? Yeah, well. Forsaken World. There we go. Unsanctioned Psycho. Let's see. Dismantling attack. The operative immediately inflicts 1 exploit on all enemies in combat, then makes a free attack against a target. That attack always hits. Tide of Excellence. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains damage and armor penetration. Weak body, weak soul. Exposes weakness, also reduces the enemy's toughness and willpower. Fresh targets. Instant exposure. Let's see. Expose... Actually, you know what? Yeah, expose weakness is free. Doesn't cost 8 armor points anymore. Yep, we can use that. As for you, Firearm Mastery. The soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equals to their weapon's rate of fire, minimum 2, using the weapon attack that normally costs the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP. Until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. The soldier immediately reloads their current weapon. Rapid Reload. Rack and Ruin. After the soldier... Rapid Reload is basically just costs 2 less AP. Minimum 1. The first reload on a combat does not cost AP. After the soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, the soldier gains ballistic skill bonus, more damage for their next attack. For each adjacent ally, the soldier deals more damage to enemies. Unpredictable. Gains, let's see, critical hit chance. This bonus is doubled against enemies from which the soldier is protected by cover at the moment of the attack. Whenever the soldier deals damage to their critical damage is increased. Exploit surroundings. You know what? Rapid Reload seems like a good choice. Well, we're going to be going to the bridge next time. Yeah, we'll save it here and then we'll go next time. Until then, my name is Bright Ops. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.